Hi, I'm Tara Barnes, health educator for CalFresh Healthy Living and the Children's Collective, and I am back to provide you with lesson 2 of our Healthy Happy Families curriculum for preschoolers and their parents. And this topic is healthy routines. So I will be sharing some easy ways that you can form new routines for your child. And I hope you find this class to be useful. So I'm going to stop sharing my video and we'll continue speaking. And later in the lesson, I will come back and do one activity. So I hope you enjoy this lesson. So to recap the previous lesson, we talked about establishing healthy habits early. So that focus just pretty much giving parents tips and ways that you could establish healthy eating habits in your child early. Also identifying things that you can do to help your child adopt healthy habits. And we also went over a at-home activity called Plan a Meal Together that you could do. And just a question, did you plan or make a meal with your children? So virtual, so I don't need to hear your answers, but I hope you did. Okay. So today's objectives are parents will, one, learn the importance of routines and also understand how to start new routines. So regular and consistent routines are important for children's development. Having a regular schedule and sticking to it creates a predictable environment for children. This helps them to feel safe and secure. When children feel safe, they explore and learn more. Children who experience routines know what to expect, so the day progresses with fewer behavior problems. For young children, the daily routines should include specific times for eating, sleeping, and playing, as all of these are important for a child's overall development. Having a routine also makes it easier for parents to transition from one task to the next. Parents can use regular schedules to remind children what is next. So, for example, you could say something such as, bedtime is coming soon. We're going to have to start putting our toys away to get ready. The most difficult transitions are from very active play, like if kids are, running around, jumping, to very quiet time, whether it's getting ready for a bath, getting ready for bed, getting ready to relax. Those are more difficult opportunities to transition. Having a regular routine for these periods in the day will help create smoother transitions and avoid tantrums. So this lesson's message is that routines are good for children, and routines help them to feel safe and secure. Planning a regular schedule lets parents and children know what to expect, as daily routines make the day easier because they help children behave and learn better. However, starting new routines can be hard at first. But as you'll see, if you continue with them, keep practicing them with your child, they will master them over time and they will become more easier. So things that you can do to start a routine are, one, to set rules and limits and try to stick to them so that your kid will have that consistent understanding of those rules and the limitations that they have within those boundaries. Set regular times for meals and sleep. It's really important to keep your little people on schedule with their meals and sleep. It helps them with, regulate. It helps to regulate their behavior too. If they're lacking a meal or lacking food or lacking sleep, that's when you can start to notice behavior, negative behavior occurring, such as tantrums. So having set regular times for eating and sleeping is very important for preschoolers. Use praise to help children learn the routine. So encouraging them when they do something or if they, get comfortable with the routine, give them verbal praise. And be flexible. Sometimes children have a difficult day. So even though you want to set limits and set boundaries, you still have to be, flexible, because a lot of times kids just have difficult days, just like adults. Our days aren't perfect, and neither are children's, and so we all deal with different things. So being able to be flexible in how your routines are set, you may have to adjust them a little bit depending on your child's feelings and behavior for the day. Having a regular schedule and sticking to it creates a predictable environment for children. Is that true or false? It's just a quick question that I wanted to have just for you to think about, and the answer is actually true. So children need a consistent schedule, and it needs to be something that the parents stick to, so that way the kids know what to expect. So if they know that, after meal times, we wash they go wash their face or wash their hands after they eat. They know that that's a routine. So they already know that once I'm done eating, I have to get up from the table and go wash my hands, wash my face. So this is just an activity that I would like for you to brainstorm, since we're not able to do this together, but brainstorm about what activities you do with your children every day, such as sleeping, eating, bathing, playing, etc. What are things that you do, that you and your children do regularly? There are a lot of benefits of setting routines, and they include that children feel safe and secure when they have those limits and those boundaries set. It makes the day easier for you and your child, so both of you benefit from having set routines. It helps children to behave better, as they know what to expect, and so they're able to follow along and not really have too many blow-ups or tantrums. Children are able to learn better when there's routines. They know what to expect again, and they are able to, because there's really no tantrums, or there's fewer tantrums, they're able to concentrate and focus more. So here's a question. Do you have trouble getting your children to bed at the same time every night? You probably do. Again, it's something that's probably going to take some time for your child to get used to, by you setting a particular time for them to go to bed, or to prepare for bedtime. You may have to set up some sort of regular routine to prep them if they're giving you a difficult time. Do you read or tell stories to your children daily or before bedtime? As that could be an easy way or a nice way to transition into bedtime, by reading an evening story or a bedtime story when the child is actually in bed. Do you find it difficult to get your children to come to the dinner table when hungry? So a lot of times, if they've been nibbling and eating and going all day, it may be difficult for them to come to the table. So you may find that that's a difficult routine for you to establish. But again, by setting limits, setting rules ahead of time and sticking to them, it could increase the chance that they'll come to the table hungry. So that's one of the questions. And then, even though you may have had difficulty with some of those questions that I asked, it's important to remember that establishing or starting new routines can be hard at first, but it's worth the effort, because over time your child will more than likely adjust to that change, or adjust to the routines, and it will become less of a stress for you moving forward. So once they know the routine, it tends to become second nature for them. So here's a parent activity and ways that parents can establish routines. So children need their parents to set routines. Parents need to make rules and set limits. That is your role as a parent. Plan ahead and talk to your children about your expectations. So again, like preparing to come to the dinner table, it's known that they're going to wash their hands before they come to the table. So make that a routine, that you wash your hands before you come to the table, and you may set it you may set another routine where they wash their hands or their face after mealtime. So they know that when it's time to go to the dinner table, they have to wash their hands first. Follow through on rules and limits and do not give in to tantrums. So again, just following your set rules and the limits you have set for your child, and don't fall into their little tantruming rants. Just, stick to your rules. However, if you see that your child is just having a really, really difficult time, you may have to be flexible and adjust some things to accommodate the moment. But overall, you want to, avoid giving into their tantrums. And praise your children as they make progress in learning a routine. It's nothing more exciting to see a child's face light up when they know that they've accomplished something, and when you show that you approve of what they've accomplished by praising them. It just makes them want to do even more. It makes them want to get better and better. So the more praising you can do, the better. Other things that you can do is set regular bedtimes. So making sure that your child is in bed at a particular time every night. You may find it, you may be flexible on the weekends or what have you, but it'll be a good rule of thumb to try to stick to a regular schedule even on the weekends. So that way during the week they're still accustomed to that schedule and you're not needing to go back and reset or reestablish those routines. Plan your trips. Try to run errands when your children are not hungry or tired. Bring along a bag of cereal as a snack, for an example, or some other snack. Um, I had mentioned in the first lesson that, like, if you're planning to be out and you have your kids with you, just of course pack some snacks. Try to have some water with you, so that way they're not hungry and cranky, and that again can lessen the likelihood of tantrums, and it'll also lessen the likelihood that they will overeat when it is time to actually have an actual meal. Make shopping trips for children short. If you must be out for a long time, take breaks. Children's ability to wait is it can be tricky or a bit challenging for them to have to wait and go from place to place and blah 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 for them. So you can make things short. That is actually better for a preschooler. Tell the plan. Remind them of the schedule and what you'll be doing next. So letting them know what you're going to do and what you're going to do afterwards. Kind of, walk them through the process so that they know what to expect from you and you know what to expect from them. Avoid areas of stores with lots of candy and toys, as this will keep your child from being tempted and can help keep tantrums and disagreements between the two of you to a minimum. And be flexible. If your children are having a difficult day, put off your trip to the store. You may have to readjust your schedule to accommodate your child if they're having a difficult time or a difficult day. And that can help both you and your child in the long run, because it's nothing more probably daunting for a parent is to go to a store and your child isn't in a good mood and having a difficult time. And that can just really interrupt your time out. So try to be flexible when you see or know that your child is having one of those difficult days, as we all do. So it's necessary. So this is an at-home activity. And again, with all of our lessons, we have an at-home activity that you can do with your children. And this is called Children's Special Day. And when children help in planning meals, they feel special and they build new skills. And so all you need for this is family meal time. And that could be breakfast, lunch, dinner, even a snack time. So what you do is you choose a day of the week to have your child's special dinner or meal. And this will be an example. So we'll name the meal after your child. Let's just say Jose's special night. We'll write out a menu with your child. Be sure to include one of your child's favorite foods. Have your child help cook or prepare a food, such as they can tear lettuce, pour milk, or mashed potatoes, and eat as a family and thank your child for his or her help. And this is a great way to encourage your child to eat. It also fosters a positive relationship with the child and food, and it also helps to foster family bonding. So we are at the end of our lesson. That was pretty quick. Again, with this being virtual, it's not, we can't, obviously the lessons can be as interactive as it would have been had we been live on Zoom or a live class together. So these are a little shorter than, what you may have expected, but I do hope you're finding this information useful. And so right now I'm going to do a couple of these little moves with you, and I will show you how to do these. So again, we have our little fun spin wheel, and I'm going to do 10 squats. So I will have an address, but squats are like this. 10. Not too close. I think that was 4. And I will go not too deep since I have an address. I lost count, but I'll just assume I'm probably getting to 10. I'll do 2 more. And let's just say that was 10. Okay. And then my next one is 10 knee lifts. You can't really see, maybe you can if I roll back. So knee lifts, maybe 10. Over. 6. 7. 9. And 10. And the last one are deep breath. Cool. Let me go back. Deep breath. Let's see if we can land on that. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay. Took me a few times. So we'll do 10 deep breaths. One more. Okay, and that was 10. So that was a couple of minutes of physical activity that I like to do with my classes. So just a little something just to get our blood flowing. And again, you can do all of these activities at home with your children. Show them how to do deep breath breathing. You can show them how to do squats or knee lifts. So use this to your advantage. So I'm going to start sharing my video and we'll continue. So again, this is our discrimination complaint. If you feel the need to file a complaint for any reason, you can go to this link here. You can also call the office of the USDA, or you can mail in your complaint to the Department of Agriculture in Washington, D.C. So this concludes lesson 2 of our Healthy Happy Families curriculum. I hope you found the information on healthy routines to be useful for you. If you like more information, you can go to calfreshhealthyliving.org. And I will also like to share our Children's Collective CalFresh website at tcciwellness.com. There you can find additional resources and information, as well as helpful tips for parents and your children as well, including recipes. Again, this program is funded by the USDA SNAP, and I hope you will join us for lesson 3, which we posted soon as well. So thank you, and I will see you soon.